Hello there. What is going on, everyone? We have a fun little Rebel build I'm going to be running today, and I am playing up at Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, Florida. This is the East Colonial Coliseum of Comics, and we're going to be playing a 2-round Armada tournament today, and I decided to go a little bit Squadron heavy. We've got Luke Skywalker, I've got Jan Ors, I've got, who's my other one? Nora Wexley. I've got 3 B-Wings and 2 regular X-Wings in there, so a lot of Squadrons today. I've got a Jaina's Light TRC, I've got a Yavaris, I've got a Bright Hope with Bomber Command and Torin Farr, and my flagship has Dodonna on it, and it's going to be an Assault Frigate Mark IIB that has electronic countermeasures, as well as a little bit of additional Squadron stuff, you know, with the extra blue dye upgrades and things like that. It should be a kind of well-rounded fleet. I've got a little bit of anti-ship firepower and definitely a lot of anti-squadron firepower. You've got the bonus crits, so that's like pretty much good all the time. And you know, and it's a little bit outside of my comfort zone since I have not been running squadrons all that much. Hopefully this will work out pretty well. If you guys haven't already, make sure you come down to Coliseum of Comics in Orlando, Florida. They are doing pre-orders right now. They're part of the Hobby Next program, and if you're looking at Shatterpoint, you can get that Ahsoka early. You can pre-order. If you're looking for Armada stuff, they have got an Armada selection. They've got some a little overflow for Armada too. Got a lot of Legion and X-Wing. So all your Star Wars games here. They also have Marvel Crisis Protocol and tons of board games, plus comics and 40K, paints, all that good stuff. So, but definitely come check them out, and also a lot of really cool collectibles and stuff like that too. So let's go ahead and see how today's matches are going to unfold. All right, so our first match, I am playing Matt, and Matt is running a brilliantly red Victory over here. Well, also so an ISD Victory Glad and Gazanti, and what, 2? All right, TIE Interceptor.
TIE Interceptor, Valen Rudor, and Sienna Reed.
Oh, okay, so you got the names. Oh, Sienna Reed. All right. I think I can deal with her. I think I've got enough resources to deal with her. But
probably.
Ozzel over here on the Star Destroyer. You've got Expert Shield Techs, Relentless, Point Defense. That's going to hurt me. Point Defenses are going to hurt. Gladiator, Demolisher, pretty standard. Ordnance Expert, External Racks, though, so no other special crit, just a lot of dice. Victory, Harrow. Oh, Harrow is going to be really good. Oh, but Harrow with a Vic 2 is a little different. Okay. But you didn't put a support team on there.
No.
Okay.
Just want a turn.
You just wanted the turn. Okay, that works. And the Gazanti's by itself. He's got Comsnet, and then okay. So you're he's deciding on if he wants first or second player right now.
I think I'll do second.
You're second. Give me first player. Okay, I love it. I love it. So I'll look at your objectives and.
Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. Advanced gunnery on a Star Destroyer. Is that a which one is that a Kuat?
Kuat. Yeah.
Advanced gunnery on a Kuat. You know what? I don't have any big ships that you would be able to take advantage of like a double point blank shot on. So maybe advanced gunnery is going to work for me. I mean, it could certainly work on an assault frigate, but I don't have. Oh, maybe not. Contested outpost and infested fields. I don't know what to go with here. Contested outpost does kind of work, but you're going to score so many points from that. I feel silly for saying advanced gunnery. Let's see. I don't know. All right, well, we'll figure this out. All right, so we decided to go with contested outpost. I put the card down there. We'll put our victory points. The outpost is going to be here. A lot of the obstacles, the early obstacles went over here, and then this was the last one. And so I think maybe the plan might have been middle of the board, but now it's this side. And we got demo right there, victory, flagship, the 2 little fighters in the middle, and then I have most of my stuff kind of on the outside of the station as opposed to going straight in, because once he dropped that Star Destroyer right there, I'm like, let's not take the Star Destroyer head on. Let's see how this match goes. All right, so we're moving up to turn 3. First 2 turns were just a lot of moving. He got a really perfect shot from this guy to here at long range. He's set his Gladiator to speed 0 for 2 turns. He's trying to, I mean, he's got Ozzel, and he's got probably nav command and a thing, so he can he jumped from 0 to 3 real easy on this dude. So I think that's what he's trying to, he's doing the slingshot thing on Angry Birds, where he pulls the Gladiator back, and lets it go. That's what he's trying to do here. But I see what he's got. But he's a speed 0 now. I'm first player, and I got a long-range Jaina's Light shot on him which is going to be really cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm kind of liking this. I've got the flagship here. I've got all the squadrons here. There was some shooting here, and then there was a bump, so I've moved everything over this way. It's going to be very frustrating. But he is scoring two rounds in a row here. So let's see what happens this round. All right, we are in the middle of round 3. I ended up going with my flagship first. We did a big squadron movement. We got the shields down over here. Luke had a beautiful double damage, and then he point defensed me and made me set it. I re-rolled it back to 0. So point defense is just the bane of my existence. I needed like a Darth Vader. Well, there's a boarding team for the rebels that can get rid of a card, right?
Yeah.
I need. It's Shriv. I think I need Shriv next time. But I got Cyanide down to 1. Yavaris went. We did some shooting. I still got 3 more squadrons to go. He's trying to decide who to activate next. The victory's going to go. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here.
Firepower.
Concentrate fire.
Yeah.
Do you want to burn disposable capacitors?
Yeah, that's the question, right?
That is the question. I think this is the turn because everything's going to be close range after this turn.
Yeah.
This is probably this is your golden moment.
I still have medium range on both shots, so I don't really need to.
Unless you go for the CR90.
Yeah.
Or you could just save it and you see what happens in the future.
Let's do that. Let's see what happens.
You're not going to burn it. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you have to decide if so you won't be able to change your mind after you roll your dice. Yeah.
Okay. We're going to stick with it.
All right.
So
Who's the first shot?
We're going to shoot at Yavaris first.
Yavaris, are you going front to side? It looks like you have it. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. I'm glad I have those extra shields.
Yeah.
Due to extra shields team.
Here we go.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. We're going to add a blue, I think. No.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
See, 1 accuracy there. Yeah, you're looking. I mean, I've got double brace, so you're looking for that. But let's see what you find.
Let's add a blue.
Okay.
Well,
all right. So it's an extra damage. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I assume you're going to target that. All right. So we will brace it down to 3. I will take a face up.
Okay.
Yeah, and your second, yeah. All right, this guy ended up bumping over here, but I got a lot of shields on this victory down, splitting up my firepower, but now this flagship is going last, shooting into the side of Yavaris that already took a nasty shot from the victory. Let's see what he can get at medium range. You got an accuracy, and it looks like there's 4 damage there. That would be enough to kill it if I don't brace. So my guess...
Yeah.
There's a lot of options here.
Stop the green brace.
Stop the green brace. Yeah, I'm gonna have to burn this one to make that 2, and I'm not gonna make you re-roll anything because it still would end up being 2. Could actually be a lot worse than that.
Yeah, I could have.
Yeah. Okay, so it's gonna be 2 face down, and you have another. Yeah, I don't think you have any other shots.
No, I don't think so.
I managed to get this guy angled in just right. So yeah. All right, so that's 3 total damage on the Nebulon right now. It's gonna be. We're gonna have a really interesting first turn next round. Okay, round 4. He just took out my flagship, and he also blew up the Nebulon. My Jaina's light's kind of low, also, so I'm not doing super well right now. But I do have a lot of squadrons out in moderately good positions, so I may be able to tie this thing up if I'm very lucky, and if I can keep Jaina's light alive next turn. Okay, so end of round. 5, we're closing in. I've still got a few squadrons that can shoot. He took out everything. He rolled perfectly and got all of my ships down. I have killed none of his ships, but all of them are like 1 or 2 damage from death. You know, yeah. It's all right. So in crazy finish. Nora Wexley had the killing shot here. Undefended side, no defense tokens. Well, contained, but she just needed damage, and she rolled a single hit. He PDIC'd the 11th damage that would have killed him into a blank. So their flagship limps away with 1 health left. This guy has 2 health left. This guy had 1 health left, but repaired 1. So like all of his ships, like 1 or 2 health, 1 die left. You know, and I had so much fun though, so it was worth it. All right, so second round, I got paired up against Dan. Dan is running a Super Star Destroyer with the Eclipse and Sloan at the helm. A lot of squadron support here. You've got Howlrunner, Dengar, Cyanide, Suntir Fel. How many interceptors? Is there just 1 interceptor?
There's 4. I'm sorry, there's 3.
3 generic interceptors.
No, 1 generic and then 2 aces.
Yeah, I meant the generic. Yeah. So there's 5 total squadrons. He's got the reserve hangar deck, so you can potentially get a 6th after 1 dies. And Brunson, take evasive action. Quad battery turrets, SW7s. Captain Nita, Iden Versio, you got a lot of damage. You got a lot of little plink protection in there, but hopefully I have a lot more plink. And I ended up with the initiative. I took second player, and we are going to play Hyperspace Assault on this one. Oh, before deploying ships, hold on a second. Before deploying fleets, I've got to also place the objective tokens on the places that I might warp in from. So let me do that. All right, so we are all deployed. We've got Hyperspace Assault. I went there, and there. I've got my guys over here, my CR90 at speed 3, speed 2, and speed 2. Got those guys, and I set aside my flagship, 2 B-Wings and Luke Skywalker. Man, it's going to be really cool if I can somehow get Luke to kind of deploy behind the SSD and, but not within range of those guys, and just get some crazy stuff going on. Like these things are possible, but wouldn't that be cool? All right, yeah, we got some cool stuff happening though. Let's see what happens. All right, so end of the first round, a lot of movement, and I did not deploy at the start of the second round, so I just adjusted the tokens a little bit and kind of shifted them in a little bit more. And he popped his nav token. He did nav and popped the token this time, so he'll have take evasive action. He'll be able to steer a little bit more. All right, beginning of turn 3. Here's what happened at the end of round 2. He moved to like basically a lot of squadrons up here, and he's got this really great counter bubble thing where, Dingar's giving extra counter, the Instructor Goran's giving extra counter, and then Howl Runner's adding a die to those shots. So really cool stuff. He had a counter like 5 dice on me, and then he's got Jamming Field, which kind of hurts him. But the idea is if you move him forward, then you fly in later, I guess. So, yeah, but very interesting. All right, so beginning around 3, he does a SSD command for Squadron, and Soontirfell just destroys my entire game plan on his very first roll, kills the X-Wing, moves away, engages all these guys. Rough.
Then I get one more shot.
So, I don't know. Oh, you might have this shot here. Yeah. So basically, his first activation, he just won the game. So he took out every squadron I had over here, moved all of them up here, and of course, if I have to shoot him, or I could just opt to activate and do nothing. But if I have to shoot him and his counters are so high, he's going to one-shot me with all of his counters. So one squadron activation, he took out my entire fleet. So, and then he also shot and took out my CR90. My flagship's still there, but my flagship can't do anything because if I activate my squadrons, they're dead. So I could try and just do a front shot of 2 red dice and see if that'll kill a full health Super Star Destroyer. But I mean, this game is over, so now we're just playing to see. I think I'm gonna run and see if I can do keep away here. All right, so I decided to just do a flak out of the front. I got 2 blue. Got a lot of damage out there, and I just had a 2 dice side, but I got a critical in there, and I got the structural damage, and got really lucky. But well, not lucky. Dodonna got to do that. So I got that at the side, and now we're gonna move forward and try to push some of these squadrons out of the way. So maybe at least one of my guys gets to take a shot. All right, so so he activated his squadrons, killed most of the rest of mine, and then he one-shotted Yavaris, and then one-shotted my flagship out of the side and out of the front. So, and none of my squadrons got to shoot at all, except for like they killed themselves with counters. So this was almost like the perfect fleet to counter mine, because that was the nastiest squad bubble I've ever run. What I've learned is I will never again run squadrons in Star Wars Armada. I don't usually run them, and I decided let's step out of my comfort zone. I got 2 10-1 losses, or 1-10 losses today. So never again will I ever run squadrons. I'm gonna probably throw them all away. So, or maybe I'll do giveaways with all my squadrons. Who wants a giant bucket of squadrons? We'll see how that works. I mean, it's all Architans from here on out. Let's just punish people with Architans, and that's what I think I'm gonna do. All right, so that wraps up our tournament here today at Coliseum, and yes, definitely gonna shy away from squadrons next time. Go all about the ships. And we'll see how it works. But let me know some of your thoughts. Was it just bad luck, or bad playability? Right? Maybe I should have spaced them out a little bit more. It's hard when you've got like a lot of B-Wings and then a scatter ace comes in and slows everything down. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. I want to thank you all for watching. Be sure to come and check out Coliseum of Comics in East Colonial, Orlando, Florida. There's lots of Star Wars gaming. They do Armada every Friday nights out here. So if you guys there's a whole board. If here. There's a lot of Legion, a lot of Armada that gets played, so come check us out. See you guys later. May the Force be with you.